Hello and welcome to another math video. We are correcting our graphing worksheet. This is lesson 8-1 where we are solving systems of equations by graphing. All right, number 5. We have a y-intercept here of -4. So we go to our y-axis and put a dot at -4 on that y-axis. And then we use our slope, -3/2, to find more points. Now remember, because that's negative, you guys want to go down, and because 2 is positive, you want to go right. But sometimes we need to do the opposite of that, so it would be going up and left. And since I'm so far down on my graph, going down is going to get me off of my graph, so I'm going to choose to go up 3 and left 2. Up 3 and left 2, and I get my line from my first equation to be like this. My second equation, this y-intercept is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this slope is 1/2. So up and right. But look, if we go up 1 and right 2, we are going away from the other line. So I need to go the opposite, which is going to be down and left. So down 1, left 2, down 1, left 2, and I hit that nice blue line. And where am I hitting that at? What point do they have in common? That is the solution to this system of equations, which is -4, +2. All right, number 6. Our y-intercept is a -1, so we start with -1. And this slope is a 4, and remember we put a 1 underneath it, so it goes up and right because they are both positive. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go off the graph to go here. So if I want to, I can go down 1, 2, 3, 4 and over 1 to get a nice straight line. And I make that first line as long as I can so I don't have to go back and redo it. All right, second equation, we're at +4. And this slope is a -1. So this is down and right. Down 1, right 1. And look at that, we already hit that blue line. So we know the solution to this system is going to be 1, 3. Remember, we always do x first and then y, and this is our x-axis. So we're going to go right 1, up 3. Number 7, all right, this is in slope-intercept form. So this first y-intercept is a 1. Then our slope's up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I like to do a couple points, so I'm going to do the opposite and go down 1, 2, 3 and write 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to fill up that first graph or that first line as much as I can so that I extend my line because I don't want to have to come back and redo it if I don't make it long enough. All right, in the second one, my y-intercept is a -4, and this slope is a -1/2. So if I go down 1, right 2, I'm going away from that blue line. So instead of going down and right, I'm going to want to go the opposite, which is going to be up and left because I want to go toward that blue line. Up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2. All right, now this system meets at this ordered pair right here, which is going to be at -4, -2. Remember, we always write that x value first. All right, number 8. This y-intercept is a -3. And then it looks like our slope is -3/2. So we want to go down and right. But look, when I go down, I go off the graph and then right. Okay, so instead of going down and right, I'm going to go up and left. So up 1, 2, 3 over 2. Up 1, 2, 3 over 2. And my next point will bring me off of my graph again. So I'm going to connect these lines here, these dots. All right, so in the next one, I've got a +1 for my y-intercept. And my slope is a -1/2. So I can go down and right or up and left. Okay, so if I go down and right, I'm going away from that blue line. So I'm going to go up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2, and now I am meeting that blue line. And this is the point where my system is meeting. So it looks like that is a -4, +3. All right, last two problems here. Number 9, it looks like this y-intercept is a -4. And the slope, that number in front of x, there isn't a number written there. So remember, it's 1/1. So it's up 1, right 1. And I'm just going to fill this whole thing in because I do not want to have to come back and count my slope out again. So I do that the first time and make that line as long as I can. All right, second one, my y-intercept is a 2. And this slope, see how it's a negative? So it's a -1/1. So I'm going to go down and right. Down 1, right 1, and I'm going toward my blue line, so I'm going to keep that pattern going. And they meet at this point over here, so my answer to my system is going to be 3, -1. All right, let's look at the last problem here. We've got a y-intercept at a +4, and our slope is 3/1, so that means up and right. 1, 2, 3. Well, it brings me off of my graph. So I'm going to want to do the opposite of that. And I'm going to want to go down and left. So 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. Notice I'm making this first line as long as this graph allows me to do. Because if you don't make your line long enough, and sometimes you guys end up with something like this line, and then you guys tell me no solutions. Well, you just need to extend this line. That's what the arrows mean, is that it goes on forever. So I like to make my first one long enough to do that. All right, in the second equation, we have a -4. So my y-intercept is a -4, and this slope is a -1, because this would be a 1 in front, over 1. So it means down and right. But if I go down and right, you see I'm going away from my blue line, and I want to go toward it. So I'm going to go the opposite of down and right, and I'm going to go up and left. So up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, and there we go. We're meeting that blue line. And where this system is meeting, that looks like a -2, -2. So the solution to that last system is -2, -2. Alrighty, hope this helped with some of your questions that you had on this worksheet.